Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we'll talk about recursion. Now, we have recursion and iteration. The purpose of recursion and iteration is to repeat the steps. Iteration, we use loop, and recursion is a bit different from the loop. In recursion, function call itself. So now we have an example. We want to add all numbers up to 5, but we have two different sets of codes. One is using iteration, that is loop, and the other one is using recursion, that is the function calling itself. Now let me copy and paste this code and see if we can do the example. So I have a program. So I'm trying to call a sum method to sum all numbers up to 5. So when I come into the sum, I got k is 5, and now I'm repeating from k until k is bigger than 0, means from 5 to 1, and I'm saying k minus minus. So first time the k will be 5, and I add the value. Then next time the k will be 4, then 3 and 2 and 1. Once it is 0, it goes outside, it will return the value, which is 15 now. So the r will be 15, and the result will be printed 15. So let's compile and see what happens when we run this program. Oops. csc r1.cs, and now I can execute. The result is 15. Now similarly, I can copy and paste the other command, other function, which is based on recursion technique. Now if you see here in this one, what we are trying to say is we are trying to call a function with a value 5, and now here the value of k is 5, and we have a base condition. This is very important in recursion. So the base condition is if the value of k is bigger than 0, come to this part, otherwise return 0. Now when it comes to this part, you see it's calling itself again with a new value. So before it was 5, now it is 4. So it is calling itself with a new value 4, and come inside here, oh, it will call it again with the new value, that is 3. Okay, so that is how until the value of k is 0. If it is 0, then it will never come here. It will go to this part and it will start resolving the problem. Now let me compile this program. If I say csc r1.cs, okay, so I got an issue here with a minus sign. Compile again, and now I can run it, and you see the result is 15. So either you use recursion or you use loop, the result is same. Now let's see. Now if you see here, we have a recursion problem. When we come to the first time to this method, we are coming with the value 5. Okay, so we are coming with the 5, and the value of k is 5, which is bigger than 0. Okay, it comes inside. Now I'm having 5 plus sum of 4. So if you see here, this is one stack. So this is 5 plus sum of 4. So if we know the value of sum of 4, then we can solve this problem. Now let's go here. When we call again, so it says, okay, the 5 plus 4, this is sum of 4 plus sum of 3. So the k is 4, so 4 plus sum of 3 to get the result. We know the value of 4, but we don't know the value of sum of 3. Now the function is calling itself again with a new value 3. So now it says, okay, 3 plus sum of 2. So the value of k is 3. Is 3 bigger than 0? Yes, come inside. So 3 plus sum of 2. If we know the value of sum of 2, then we can solve the problem. Now the sum of 2, it comes here. So the value of k is 2. 2 is bigger than 0. Okay, 2 plus sum of 1. So 2 plus sum of 1. If you know the value of sum of 1, then you can solve all the problem without any issue. Now the sum of 1, when it goes with the value of 1, k is 1 now. 1 is bigger than 0, yes. So 1 plus sum of 0. So 1 plus sum of 0 is here. Okay, the value of k is now 0. Is 0 bigger than 0? No. Condition is false. Go and return the 0. Now we come to know that the value of sum of 0 is 0. And rest everything is clear now. So we can go with the 0 plus 1 is 1. Then 1 plus 2 is 2. And 3 plus 3 is 6. And 6 plus 4 is 10. And 10 plus 5 is 15. Remember one thing. When the program calls itself, it becomes a different stack. When it calls itself, it becomes a different stack. So we are basically having different stacks for every special call. Every time it calls a function, it has a different stack. So we are getting the value and we are returning to the previous stack. We are returning to the previous stack until we come to the top stack. You remember in a program it says, okay, the program A is calling B and B is calling C and C is calling D. And when there is an exception, it says, okay, the D method comes from C and C method comes from B and B method comes from A and A come from the main. So this is the old stack. So similarly, when every time the program calls itself, it goes into a different stack. And once we solve, we are going back again to the previous stack, to the previous stack, and to the previous stack. And at the end, we get the result. So that is how the recursion works. Now you have a classwork. You can try to solve the factorial problem. So we have a 4 factorial, and you know that how to solve the factorial. 4 factorial means 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, and that is the limit. You cannot go beyond 1. Because if you go beyond 1 is 0, and if you multiply anything by 0, it will become 0. So the base condition is you can multiply until the value is 1 or bigger than 0. So let's try to solve this one. And then you have the homework. In the homework, we will be using 2 methods. One is the iteration method, and then we have the recursion method. And we'll try to find a sum of numbers between 5 and 10. That is your homework. And that's it for today. Kafara majlis. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika. Nashhadu la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.